Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Super 7 Destroyer. Super 7 Ultimates. Is it Ultimates? I don't know. I got to learn line names. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's talk about Destroyer. Really quick video because it's not a lot of accessories and it's a big boy. So, it's really funny because my boy Kyle was like, oh man, you don't review enough Super 7 stuff. And I'm like, oh man, I don't have enough money. But I am a big Destroyer fan, and shout out to Kyle, because he hooked it up with a Destroyer. Now, I like this toy. It's big, it's stupid, it's fun, but there are some issues that I will address. Like one of them being like, when you heat it up, because I got this when it was really cold, when you heat this bad boy up, it does get very loose. So there's a lot of loose parts here on mine. But it holds well enough and it has enough sturdy weight that you won't really find it an issue unless you're gonna be like crazy posing it, which can't really happen with this kind of big boy. So let's get into it. We have our wings, and I left them attached so you can see the wingspan getting ridiculous, right? But I am gonna pop one off so you can see how the joints work, right? These do not rotate around inside. I wish that they did, but they are molded inside. So you only get the left-right joint and not a full rotation or a roticulation. But you can twist them around here to make them look different, but you just won't get that nice articulation you would really get out of more ball joints. We have a head movement that's very limited in my opinion, but with some heating up, you can actually look up a lot better. I feel like looking up and down is probably the easiest joint to use, but looking sideways is just a little bit like off, but it does look good though. Like the sculpt on this is A1, man. Then we have our arms, which, let's move your head over. As you can see, we cannot lift up sideways, but oh no, I'm wrong. See, this is why. You can lift up a little bit, but you can't get a lot, and that's kind of where it falters. But you do have a bicep swivel, which I do like. I very much enjoyed it. It has a bicep swivel, and you have a single joint that moves at 90 degrees, and it can be rotated. Even the hands have a little joint. Mine's is a little locked in, but as you can see here, I can move it like a little bit up and down, right? So like I said, you can get a full, like, you can lift all the way up and through. And we have a torso movement that goes side to side. So again, like I said, when you want to get some of those monster poses, this is where it's probably going to falter, but you can make it work with what you have. So as you can see here, that nice turnaround stance that you always get with those cool kaiju shots. Let me pop this wing back on so you can see what's going on, right? Like, let's say you wanted one of those cool shots. You lift the wing up on both ends. At least that's what I would do. You have the hands pointed outwards. You tuck them in and over. Then you have this beautiful glare look that's coming from it. Even with our legs, I feel like most of the weight is gonna be in his midsection as we can rotate our tail, as it has different joints. I feel like this tail could have been better, but it's one of those things where I find the sculpt here magnificent, but it's not one of those, I'm an articulation guy, right? But I also don't get a lot of monster arts, and that's probably my problem. So I don't know how a monster arts would move because I don't have a lot of them. I just have a few. Obviously, compared to Monster Arts, it's less articulated, but I feel like Super 7 has the better sculpting. And here we have the leg joint that barely moves, but we can rotate on a thigh swivel. And then we have up and down on the legs. As far as accessories, like I said, very light, but very important. So we'll get to that right now, so you can see what's going down. Wait, did you move? Did you move up and down? Did you rotate? No, you didn't. Okay. Had to make sure I'm not tripping for a second. So let's get to our accessories. Destroyah! All right, the accessories are short, so we'll do accessories and the size comparison here. One of the things we get is going to be an alternative sculpt, our roaring head, which I'm probably gonna find some sort of cool effect to pop in there so he can do some type of blast. I know it's not canon, but I don't care. I like enjoying things like that. I actually really like this. Maybe I can add some crazy lightning effect to the top of his head, make it be like a lightning rod. And then if I remember correctly, these are like the first form that combine into Destroyer. You get 3 of these little jerks. They terrorize the streets and, you know, probably feed on people. Then you'll get an open set of hands. And I guess these are your grippers, which, you know, he can't obviously... Wait, can he shake his own hand? Hold on, let me look. Oh, technically he would be able to shake his own hand. That's hilarious. That means, look, like he really doing a... All right, okay. I got to make a meme out of this. I'm not even going to lie. I'm going to do it with the open hands and make the meme where it's like, bruh, I heard you was talking. So now I got to do it. Now I have to. So that's what Destroyer will come with. I didn't know I could do that. That that actually pleases me very much so. So I'm actually gonna pop these off so we can get a little bit of space in there. Well, ooh, there we go. I'm gonna stand the legs up as straight as possible for the weight. As you can see here, it kind of gives away underneath him. I gotta try to press that in, but it doesn't really work out that way. So what I am going to do is I'm gonna lay him as straight as possible with his tail there, leave him up. And then now we are going to jump into the size comparison straight from here. I'm gonna leave that head straight up. Ooh, that hurt my finger. Like I said, I don't have a lot of crazy amount of monster arts, but I have a few. And one of them is being Ultima Godzilla, right? So here is Ultima Godzilla next to Destroyer. And this guy is supposed to be like really big, and he's still tiny compared to the Super 7's Destroyer. Then we have a, ooh, I actually really like this one. I should have reviewed this one as well. Here is the Monster Arts Mecha Godzilla, which I feel like these two would have a really good scrap. So that's really nice. I like these two. This one is Blackwash with my boy Nico, Just Onyx on Twitter and IG in case you're looking at it. So let's take these two guys away, right? Woo, you're kind of heavy, Ultimate. Then we have a NECA Godzilla, so you can see how much smaller that is. Then we have a NECA Pacific Rim from way back when. And everybody knows I still use these monsters all the time in all sorts of cool Ultraman stuff. And I love how they're normally bigger. And as you can see, Super 7 even towers over that of the NECA stuff. Like, what you looking at, bro? So yeah. Next up, I'm gonna do a Bandai Pacific Rim Gypsy Avenger. Look at that. Look how much tinier this guy is. He's gonna get wrecked by Destroyer. Last but not least, I'm gonna do some Ultraman stuff. Just a couple. Here is my main man, Wyndham, who I got a chance to finally open. And I'm actually like, bro, I gotta open up more of my stuff. I have my main man, Wyndham from Ultraman Z. And then I chose Ultraman Z as well. And as you can see, Ultramen are supremely more tiny. But it actually makes it really cool because I do wish, like, sculpt-wise, I feel like Super 7 would do a really great job at doing Ultraman monsters. And I don't know why I didn't think about that sooner, especially with the size that this is. Yeah, I like the idea of Super 7 if they did Ultraman monsters. So if that's ever possible, I would love that because I really like the sculpt on this Destroyer. So I'm gonna aim to make it look pretty in the photos. I hope that you guys enjoy what was brought to the table, as it's something a little different. But I'm trying to put a lot of love into things that I genuinely like and I never get a chance to put out any love. So please enjoy that. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful time. I know a lot of things have been happening for myself, so hopefully good things are happening for you. Even if they're not, I hope things turn around for you because I know how that feels. And we should never feel alone in our endeavors, both good and bad. So as always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.